Stupidest Jimmy Neutron episodes. From the original classics to weird CGI animation to terrifying characters, I'll be counting down the top 5 stupidest Jimmy Neutron episodes. If some of you might remember watching the episodes of Jimmy Neutron, you might have seen some terrifying episodes that aired from today. Especially some of the episodes of the cast had crossovers as well. Well, except for the Bobby kid. You know, the kid that just goes,
Slap, 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 clap, 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 slap, 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 clap, clap, clap.
and I'm pretty sure that a lot of us must have seen Jimmy Neutron ever since. And even though since the episode was been so far to show about science, there has also been the weirdest CGI animation that I've ever saw. And trust me, if you think that Planet Sheen is bad, so is Jimmy Neutron. And I'm pretty sure you also recognize it as well. So today, here are the top 5 stupidest Jimmy Neutron episodes. But before we begin, 2 things. The movie and the show, such as Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius that came out in 2001, and the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour with the crossover of the Fairly Odd Parents, won't be on this list since I'm going to use the episode version. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. At number 5 we have is Who's Your Mommy? Okay, now first of all, if you also remember seeing this, you might have some nightmares of watching this, so allow me to speed this up. The episode is about Jimmy Neutron and his friends exploring some abandoned cave. Carl Weezer actually got his face hugged by some sort of lop or whatever that is. Unfortunately, he got impregnated by an alien in his bottom. The alien mother shows up looking for a long lost child, and Carl Weezer poops out the alien. And that's it. Can you believe that this was a real thing? But this thing has honestly completely terrified multiple folks who also watched this. But you see, this is never coming back. As a matter of fact, Nickelodeon actually presented too much of these male pregnancies. Like, why are these involved? When did Nickelodeon involve this? Nobody doesn't want to know, but this is honestly worse. Seriously, never see this. This is already terrifying. Number 4 we have is Carl Weezer Boy Genius. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you must have remembered seeing this as well. The episode is actually just Carl Weezer being a boy genius. And honestly, he is not a boy genius. He is also a jerk. And I'm not actually joking. The entire episode is actually Carl Weezer being boy genius to impress his friend, impress his lady that's coming over. But you know what this show also reminds me of? I'm with Stupid of SpongeBob SquarePants. You can honestly tell the difference. The entire episode is actually Carl Weezer being boy genius to impress his lady that's coming over, who is also a masseuse and a therapist, which both of them honestly lied. And as for Carl, he didn't apologize, didn't learn his lesson, he just jerks off Jimmy, and that's it. Honestly though, this is honestly a terrible episode that came out. Like, this is still not going to solve any of their problems. There's also problems that involve lying and also been doing the same thing. That's like doing the same thing to an assistant, and you might also get the worst part of all. But no, this also reminds me of Caillou, like the Caillou version of this as well. But as a matter of fact, the entire show is actually Carl jerking Jimmy. And this is honestly another worst show that ever came on so far. Seriously, never see this. It's awful. At number 3 we have is Sheen's brain. Okay, now first of all, I'm pretty sure you know what this is, but here we go. The entire episode is actually Sheen failing his test, and so Jimmy and his friends managed to help him out, but not also that he completed his test, but his brain is expanding. This brain also keeps expanding, like he's growing out of control. The entire thing is actually Sheen just getting his brain growing out of control, and he can't get back to normal. You can actually tell that you can actually put a bullseye on that guy. And do you know who is the person who actually sat with Sheen just on the basic? Yeah, that's right, Libby. He actually sat with Libby on the new Sword of All. And the entire episode is actually just Sheen's brain keep expanding. As a matter of fact, this entire thing kind of reminds me of a DC Comics character. You can actually tell that Sheen kind of reminds me of Brainiac from DC Comics. Imagine if he was in that DC Comics today. I bet this must be him in that disguise. And Jimmy Neutron managed to make the helmet that can erase all of his marks, which is the same helmet they used for the first episode, for the first season. And I think that's honestly what it caused so far. And they got Sheen's head back to normal. Seriously, never see this. And number 2 we have is Clash of the Cousins. The entire show is actually Jimmy and his friends visiting Eustace's cousins for a family reunion. And the entire thing is actually just Jimmy Neutron exchanging a gift, while one of the gifts actually explodes. And who is the person who actually did this? Yeah, that's right, a kid. Okay, now seriously, first of all, when did this kid become a genius? We have no idea. But the entire thing is actually Jimmy Neutron investigating on who actually did this. They already did the whole same thing on the other cousins, and they honestly found the entire match. It was actually a kid who actually did this to Jimmy Neutron's present. And so far, they found out the mystery, and so far, the problem is solved. The entire thing is still just Jimmy Neutron trying to find out who actually exploded his gift. Seriously, never see this. And number 1 we have is See Jimmy Run. The entire show is actually Jimmy Neutron running in a racetrack when he loses, so he invented running shoes and he runs quick. He kind of reminds me of Flash. The entire episode is actually Jimmy when he can't stop running, so he uses the playground Ferris wheel to lift him out of his shoes, and then he landed back, but as a purple figure, which he kind of looks like Play-Doh. I apologize, I got that wrong. But the other thing that also came out to it is to see him running on the track. If he actually runs on track right now, he would have been a professional runner and the greatest runner that we had. This has been the top 5 stupidest Jimmy Neutron episodes. What do you think in the comments? Have you also seen the other Jimmy Neutron episodes, and do you think they were bad? If so, feel free to also let me know in the comments below. If there's any other Jimmy Neutron shows that I also missed, and do you think there have also been worse, feel free to also let us know in the comments down below. That'll do it for today. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe, ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on any other videos. And also don't forget to support me on Patreon with the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, Blade Danger 203 signing off. Peace out.